Barber Blake dropped a question earlier on his membership. He's been a member for 28 months. Thank you very much, Mr. Barber Blake. He says, back to video games. Jordan, you need to tell the world your thoughts on Gotham Knights now that you have some time in it under your belt.
Yeah, it's a fun game. So it's not done by Rocksteady. Rocksteady did the Arkham series, so this is a different studio. But no, it's actually, I went in with, not like super high expectations. I kind of bought it because it's like, this will be a fun co-op game while we're waiting for other games to come out. So we went in and played it. It's actually a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. There are some little things that I don't know how they kind of made the cutting room floor in the boardroom, but no, it's really fun. I think there's a lot of replayability there by switching between different characters and leveling them up.
Yep.
The story is focused on the Court of Owls, which I actually think is a very interesting story. The Court of Owls, I think, are cool people within the Batman universe. So it's a lot of fun. They do cool detective puzzles. It's fun.
Now, does co-op,
is it as good as the Arkham series? I think not.
You think not? Okay.
But I think it's a solid game, and I think it is a good co-op experience. There are some frustrating parts. Like, I don't know how you guys feel, but when I was watching this game come out, I felt like they were advertising it around co-op. Like, that was their big feature.
I got that 100%.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, that's what they highlight.
There are some features or lack of features in the game that's like, why did you not put this in here? Like, that's a basic co-op feature.
Like what?
Like adding a waypoint for your group. Little things. I mean, it's good that I'm only complaining about little things, but it's like, okay, yeah, we're playing, and I'm like, okay, let's go over here, and I'll put it on a waypoint, and everybody's like, whoa, we don't know where that is.
I can't see it.
Okay,
really?
It's the now you can do a waypoint where it says P1, which is player 1, and you can go to his waypoint. But if I were to click on like a main mission or something like that, it doesn't show a waypoint there.
Interesting.
So it's like, okay, I have to tell my people I'm playing co-op with, I have to go, okay, I want to do the orange Harley Quinn mission in the top left. And they're like, oh, okay, yeah, let's go up there. Like, yes, I know it is very minimal and it is very little, and that should show you I'm complaining about little things. So the game is actually, there's a lot of good stuff in the game. But just little stuff like that, it's like, well, didn't you advertise this as a co-op game? How did this, like, why can't it be like Forza Horizon, where it's like Y for my personal waypoint and X for a group waypoint? You know what I mean? I feel like
the big question from Psychotic in chat is it true co-op?
Yes, but not easily.
How? Okay, expound.
So yes, it is. If someone were to come into my world and we completed missions together, or case files is what they call them, it does save back, but it's not. I shouldn't say easy. It's not intuitive, right? You come back to your world and it says you've completed case files 1 through 4. Do you want to keep them completed, or you can replay them again in your world?
Yeah.
And you say yes, keep completed. But sometimes it wouldn't keep them completed. And then kind of we did find out that you actually had to go back to some of the missions, and then it would auto-complete once you get there. And it was like, okay, we figured that out. And then what we do when we play, just to be safe, is we actually, let's say we complete mission 7. We purposely start mission 8 so the game saves and cuts off mission 7. And then when you go back to your world, it seems to have worked at that point. So it's true co-op. I do appreciate that it's true co-op. But I wish they would have made it more. I wish it just, I'm a man of auto. Like, just auto do it for me. You know what I mean? Like, I completed this mission. It's complete. You know what I mean? Don't let me hit a button. I don't care. I don't like when games are like, oh, well, the reason, like Far Cry, well, the reason we didn't do it is because we want you to have your own personal experience. If I'm inviting a friend into my game, that's the experience I want. I don't need to have a second personal experience later. Okay. Same with this one. You don't need to ask me. If I invited a friend into my game and I completed it, just let it be complete.
Okay, let me ask you this. You're playing co-op.
Uh-huh.
You log off, and the next day you play single player.
Yes.
Which is the superior experience?
I think co-op is a superior experience.
Okay.
I think it's in this, and that's why I don't think it's as good as Arkham, because I think the fun that I'm having is the fun I'm having with my friends playing this game.
Sure.
Arkham is a full-on single-player experience, and it's well fleshed out. This game is fun. There's good stories. They have a lot of good side villains and side quests. There's really cool stuff with Mr. Freeze and Harley Quinn. I think they do a really good job. I like the main story with the Court of Owls. It's just it's a step below Arkham, I think. Like, Arkham, if you give Arkham is like, let's say Arkham's a 10, this is a 8. You know what I mean? Like, it's still good, it's still fun, but it's just, it's not, it doesn't have that Arkham feel, and that Arkham feel is
Superior.
superior. Yeah.
What about characters? Who do you prefer to play as? Is
I
there
actually think they've done a good job
Is there
there.
any clear weak link?
Yeah, everybody's good at different things, which is really cool. So, for example, Batgirl is really good at single target stuff. I play as Nightwing because he's one of my favorites, and he's really good at like leadership abilities. So, for example, I have a skill tree since we've been only playing this co-op. I maxed out one of the skill trees that when I play with other people, we all get buffs together. It's like a leadership trait that Nightwing has, right? I've played the least as Red Robin, Red Robin's the one I've played as the least. I've dabbled a little bit into the Red Hood, but they all feel different and they all have different enough skill trees to where I don't think it's gonna drastically change the gameplay, but you will feel like you're fighting different when you play these different characters, which I think is where the replay value is. But
Excellent.
I think it's a good game. I think if you're gonna play it with a friend. Like if you and a friend are like, hey, yeah, let's play a co-op game. I think this is a good co-op game to play with a friend. Would I buy this just for a single player experience? No. I think I'm enjoying it because of the co-op experience.
Excellent. Well, that's good to hear.
No, it's really good. And like I said, the things I complain about, they're little things. Like, yes, I wish the waypoint system would be a little bit easier to do. Like if I mark something, I would just like, no matter what I mark, because certain things that you mark show for people, but other things don't. So it's just anyway. And then I would just like the co-op stuff. Yes, we figured it out and it took a while. I would just like it to be more intuitive. Like I'm a man of, like I said, auto. I like auto saving. I like auto saving, and I like when things auto just do things. You know?
Very good. Very good. Barbara Blake, thank you very much for that question. Appreciate it. Thank you for writing in here.